Hello and welcome to this 40-minute mixed levels yoga practice. This is a full body routine, great for anybody who wants a little bit of everything to help you stay consistent with your practice. When you're ready, we'll begin in a seated position. So you can find wherever you feel most comfortable so that you can be still. Then rest your hands in your lap and close your eyes. We'll take the first few moments of class to focus on the breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. And as you breathe, bring awareness to your body and relax anywhere that you feel a little tight or tense. Take a deep breath in through your nose and an audible sigh out through your mouth. Then open your eyes. Uncross the legs if they're crossed and turn to face the short end of the mat if you aren't already. Straighten the left leg. Then bring the left hand to catch the outside of the right foot. And you could always use a strap here if it helps as you extend the leg. And slowly reach the right hand back. You could keep the fingertips on the mat for support as you twist to the right. Or if you're feeling quite balanced, reach the arm up and back. Sit up tall as you twist. Holding for 3 more breaths. Inhale in position. As you exhale, lower the right hand down and bend your left knee. Lower the foot down to the mat. Wrap the left arm around the leg and we'll continue twisting to the right, perhaps a little bit deeper now. With each inhale, sit up tall. With each exhale, roll the right shoulder back to turn the chest open. 3 more breaths. Release your twist, turn to face forward. Then open the knee out to the side. Bring the foot to the inside of the left thigh. If the leg needs some support, place a pillow or a block underneath. Then rest hands either side the left leg. With an inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale, hinge from your hips to fold forward. It could just be a little fold as we're still getting warm. If there is more space, you could walk the hands further toward your feet, further toward your foot, and go a little deeper. Hold for a deep breath in. Exhale out. Then sit up, extend the right leg, and we'll repeat on the other side. So the right hand will come to catch the outside of the left foot. You could also use a strap here as you lift the leg. Start by placing the left hand behind you as you twist. Find your balance, and if you're feeling quite stable, lift the left arm. Focus your gaze on one spot. Pause here. Three more breaths. Inhale in position. Exhale, lower the left hand down to the mat, bend the left knee, and lower the foot. Wrap the right arm around the leg, and continue twisting to the left. Sitting up tall, rolling the left shoulder back to turn the chest open. Hold for 1 more breath in. Exhale out and release your twist. Turn to face forward. Open the left knee out to the side. Bring the foot to the inside of the right thigh. Again, you could support your knee with something soft if it's needed. Rest the hands either side the right leg. Start by lifting your chest as you inhale. Exhale, hinge from your hips to fold. Just taking it slow, no need to force the pose. And we'll pause for the next 5 breaths here. Good. Slowly lift back up. Straighten the left leg. Then interlace your fingers, clasp your hands together, and roll out your wrists. You could start with a slow, small movement, and then pick up the pace and exaggerate the movement to generate some heat. Shake out your hands. Then place the hands behind you, and you can either have the fingers facing the feet or turn the fingers to face the side of the mat, whichever feels most comfortable. Bend your knees. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, press through the hands and the feet, lift the hips, coming up to reverse table, trying to lift the hips as high as the knees. Pause at the top, and then slowly lower the hips back down. A few more times. Inhale. Exhale to lift. Pause at the top, then lower back down. Option to adjust your hands and your feet if you need to, so that the hands stay under the shoulders, heels are under the knees. A few more times with your exhale, lift the hips, pause at the top, and then lower back down. Final time, lift the hips and we'll hold at the top for 5 breaths. You can either look down the length of your body or tilt your head to look up. Keep the breath steady, pressing through hands and feet. 3 more breaths. Inhale in position. Exhale, lower the hips down. Good work. Bring your legs together, keep the knees bent. Hands could come to the backs of the knees to begin. Then sit back until you feel your abdominals engaged to hold you in position. Stay there and lift the legs. Bring the shins level with the ground. Hands could stay at the backs of the knees or arms could extend by the sides of the legs. Focus the gaze on one spot and deepen your breath. Hold for one more inhale. As you exhale, you can either roll over, crossing the feet to come through to tabletop, or swing the knees around, whichever works for you. Come into tabletop. Set the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Then with your inhale, arch your back, open your chest, gaze forward for a cow pose. As you exhale, push the floor away, round the back, bring chin to chest for cat. Inhale, arching the back, cow pose. Exhale, rounding the spine for cat. Keep going, moving at the pace of your breath. Take one more inhale, coming into cow pose. And exhale to find cat. Then come back to tabletop and lower down to lie on your belly. Bring the forearms to the mat, elbows under the shoulders, and we'll find sphinx. Pressing through the forearms to lift the chest. Roll your shoulders back, take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Pausing for the next few breaths here. Keep the gaze focused on one spot. Hold for one more inhale. Exhale, push back to tabletop. Tuck your toes, hover your knees, and slowly lift the hips. Push through the hands, send the weight towards the feet as you lift up to find downward dog. Don't worry about the lower body for now, we're still warming up, but focus on pressing through your hands, lifting your hips high to lengthen the spine. Gaze at the big toes. Take a deep breath in and an audible exhale out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Final time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Look forward and lower the knees back down for tabletop. Then extend the right leg and stack right hip over left, coming into a modified side plank. Reach the right arm overhead. Turn your chest open. You could lift the gaze to look up. Focus on pressing through the left hand so you're not sinking into the shoulder. Inhale in position. Exhale, look down for balance, and you can either heel toe the right foot forward to come into a twisted low lunge, or you could pick up the foot and place it there. Reach the right arm up, turn the chest open to the right side, and we'll pause here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Shuffle the front foot forward to straighten the leg. Then flex the foot. If it's too much having the leg fully extended, find a little bend in the knee. And then we'll fold forward, bringing the belly toward the thigh, hinging from the hips to find Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Focus on your breath here, as this can be quite intense. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out, rebend the front knee. Then let your hips go forward and down so that you feel an opening through the front of the left thigh. Arms reach up, inhale. Bring your hands together in prayer and bend your elbows as if you're reaching for something behind you. As you do this, lift the elbows up and roll the arms back to open through the front of the body. Hold for 1 more breath in. Exhale, lower the hands down to the mat, step to plank. Inhale here. Knees could always be down if you're modifying. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Again, the knees could come down as you rock forward and bend the arms with control. Come down to lie on your belly. Untuck the toes, keep the hands next to the rib cage. Inhale, lift the chest for cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, push back to down dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Then lower the knees back down, returning to tabletop. Extend the left leg and stack left hip over right. Reach the left arm overhead to find our modified side plank. Turning the chest open, lifting the gaze to look up. Press through the right hand. Inhale in position. Exhale, look down for balance. And again, you could either heel toe the left foot forward or lift the leg and sweep it forward to come to our twisted low lunge. Reach the left arm up toward the sky. Turn the chest open. Pause here. Inhale in position. Exhale, left hand comes down. Then shuffle the foot forward to extend the leg. Remember, you could always keep a bend in the knee. Flex the foot, and then we'll fold forward here, hinging from the hips. Relax the chin to the chest. Take the tension out of the back of the neck. Inhale into position. Exhale, bend the front knee, let the hips travel forward and down. Reach the arms up for Anjaneyasana. Bringing hands to prayer, bend the arms to reach behind you. Think of opening through the front of the body, trying to create as much space from the right thigh all the way up through the chest. Pause and hold. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down. We step to plank. Pause for a breath in. Remember, knees could always come down. Exhale, chaturanga with as much control as you can find. This time on your inhale, you could come through to cobra or up dog if you're feeling warm. Rolling onto the tops of the feet, thighs are off the mat here. Press through your hands, roll your shoulders back. And on your exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high and open out the hip, bending the knee. Think of lifting the knee to point up to the ceiling as you pause and hold here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the foot to the outside of the right hand. It's okay if you need to take a couple of steps together. We'll keep the back knee lifted for now as we rock forward and back to build some heat in the lower body in lizard lunge. Turn out the back foot so the bridge of the foot lines up with the heel of the front foot. Keep the right hand on the mat and reach the left arm up to turn the chest open for extended side angle. If you're feeling a bit restricted here with the hand on the mat, bring the forearm to rest on the thigh instead, and you may find you have more space. Inhale here. Exhale, lift up, coming into warrior two. Relax the shoulders, reach the arms apart. Focus the gaze on the front middle finger. Straighten the front leg, flip the front palm. With an inhale, the right arm will reach up and the left arm can wrap behind your back. Coming to a variation of reverse triangle. Reach all the way through the right arm. See if you can find that sense of lengthening down the right side of the body. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, lower the right hand down, either to rest on the leg or to catch the big toe if it's within reach. Left arm can reach up as you turn the chest open for Trikonasana. Focus your gaze. Inhale here. Exhale, look down to help with balance. Turn the back foot to face forward and bend the front knee. And we'll pause in lizard. You can either keep the back knee lifted or lower it down. Option to come down to your forearms if it's available. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step back to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, modifying with the knees down if needed. Inhale to find your back bend of choice. It could be sphinx, cobra, or upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. Inhale to lift the left leg, open the hip, and bend the knee. Think of pointing the kneecap up toward the sky as we pause here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the foot to the outside of the left hand. You could always heel toe it in place. Keep the back knee lifted for now and we'll rock forward and back to warm up the lower body. Good. Open out the back foot to line the front heel with the bridge of the back foot. You can either keep the left hand on the mat or rest the forearm on the thigh as you reach the right arm up to turn open into extended side angle. Steady your breath. Focus your gaze on one spot. Inhale here. Exhale, come up to warrior two. Reaching the arms apart, focusing the gaze on the left middle finger. Engage the legs. Drag the heels toward one another, and you may feel the inner thighs start to switch on. Final breath here. Then straighten the front leg, flip the front palm. Inhale, left arm will reach up. Right arm will wrap behind the back to find a reverse triangle. Reach all the way up through the left arm, lengthen down the left side body. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the left hand down, either to rest on the leg or to reach for the big toe. Reach the right arm up to find Trikonasana. Turn the chest open. Gaze on one spot. Inhale in position. Exhale, look down for balance. Lower the right hand down. Back foot turns forward. Bend the front knee to find lizard. And you could lower the back knee down. If it's available, come down to your forearms. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step back to plank. This time, from your plank, open out to side plank on the right. And you could stack the legs or lower the right knee down to create a kickstand for more support. Focus on lifting up through the right side of the waist, pressing through the right hand. Let the heat build for 3, 2, and 1. Come back through plank and we'll roll over to side plank on the left side. Again, the legs could stack or you could lower the left knee down for support here. Lift up through the side of the waist, press through the hand, hold for a breath in. Exhale out. 3 more breaths here. Final breath in. Exhale, lower the right hand down, come through plank, and lower your knees to find tabletop. Good. From tabletop, come down to your forearms. And you can either have the forearms parallel, or you could clasp the hands together to create more of a tripod formation, whichever feels most stable to you. If you notice that the elbows are escaping out to the side when the arms are parallel, I suggest clasping the hands together. Then extend the legs back to come into a forearm plank, keeping shoulders stacked over elbows. If the hips are piking up high, you may need to edge the feet further down and then bring the hips lower in line with the rest of the body. Gaze down. Focus on pressing through your forearms. We'll hold for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips down, lower your legs. And if the hands are clasped together, unclasp them to find sphinx. A gentle back bend. Slow down your breath here. Pause for 1 more breath in. Exhale, and we'll step back to downward dog. Pausing in downward dog for a breath in. Exhale, look forward and step the feet to the hands, coming into forward fold. In your forward fold, you could keep a bend in the knees. Option to catch hold of the backs of the legs or wrap the index and middle fingers round the big toe to draw yourself in deeper if it's available. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Bend your knees, bring your fingertips to the mat. Shuffle your feet as wide as the mat. You can either keep the feet parallel or turn them out as you bend the knees and lower the hips down to come into Malasana. If the heels are lifting, it's perfectly normal, it's okay. You can either keep your fingertips on the mat for support or bring hands to prayer. Then as you pause here, lift from the crown of the head, lengthen the spine, open the chest. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. Then slowly stand all the way up, bringing the feet in, hips width. If you know that you need assistance with balance, you may want to go over to a wall now so that you can have that as your support. And start by hugging the right knee into your chest and standing up tall. Take a moment to find your balance here. Then bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee and reach the right arm back to twist to the right. If you're doing this against the wall, you could have the wall on your right side. So the thigh presses against the wall and then you sweep the arm back. Focus your gaze on one spot. Stand up tall with your inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. 2 more breaths here. Good. Slowly release your twist and lower the right foot down. Pedal out the legs if you need to reset. Then shift the weight into the right foot, hug the left knee into your chest and pause. Find your balance here to begin. If you're working with the wall, you might want to have the wall on your left side this time. Then the right hand will come to the outside of the left knee and the left arm will sweep back. Twist to the left. Continue to stand up tall, creating length as you twist. Focus your gaze on one spot. Final deep breath in here. Exhale out. Release your twist, turn to face forward, and lower the left foot down. Good. Turn to face the side of the mat. Step the feet wide into a straddle stance. Then hinge from the hips. You could always keep a little bend in the knees here as you fold forward. You can either keep the hands on the hips or bring hands down to the mat. If you're comfortably bringing the hands down to the mat, then try to bring the head down to the mat. And if you can bring your head down to the mat, then walk your hands between your legs to create a tripod formation with the head and hands. If headstand is in your practice, option to shift the weight into the head and hands and lift the legs. But it's just an option for those that are comfortable here. You can find any variation of headstand that you like. Pause for 5 breaths. Then slowly lower the legs. Lift the chest halfway. Turn to face the front of the mat and step back to downward dog. Inhale to lift the right leg, bend the knee and open the hip. Exhale to sweep the leg forward, bring the knee to the back of the right wrist and open the leg out to the left side. Edge the back leg down the mat to come down into pigeon pose. When you're here, you may need some support, so you could place a pillow underneath the right side and maybe just in front of the left leg. Then fold forward. Make a pillow with the forearms to rest your head, and we'll pause here. Sit back up. Then swing your back leg forward and bend both knees in front of you. Sit back until you feel the abdominals engage and lift the lower legs. Coming back to boat. Hands could stay behind the knees or arms could extend either side the legs. Let the heat build. Inhale in position. Exhale, you could either swing your legs around to plank or cross the ankles, bring the heels toward you and rock forward as you step back to plank. Good. Lift the hips, push back to down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg, open the hip, bend the knee. Exhale, sweep the knee forward to the back of the left wrist, opening the foot out to the right side. Edge the back leg down the mat to find pigeon pose. Again, you could place padding underneath the left thigh and maybe just in front of the right side. And then fold forward. Slow down your breath for the next few moments here. Sit back up and swing the back leg around to come forward, bending both knees in front of you, setting up for a boat. One last time. Sit back till you feel the abdominals engage and then lift the legs. And if you've been keeping the hands at the backs of the knees, maybe this time you could challenge yourself and extend them by your legs. There's also the option to extend the legs this time. Let the heat build for 3, 2, and 1. You can bend the knees if the legs are straight. Lower the feet down. Come and lie down on your back. And as you lie down, bend your knees. Bring the feet close to the back of the hips. You want to just about be able to reach them with your fingertips if your arms are extended by your side. Then press through the heels. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lift the hips. Tuck the tailbone and squeeze the glutes as you lift. And as we hold bridge, you can roll the shoulders under the back and interlace the hands underneath you to create more support. Keep pressing through the heels as we pause and hold. Hold for one more breath in. As you exhale, roll down the back, starting from the upper back, the mid back, lower back, down. Have a few options now. If the energy is a little low, knock your knees together and edge your feet apart to find constructive rest. And pause here for the next 10 breaths. If you've got a little more energy, then join me into shoulder stand. So you can start by rocking and rolling, lifting the hips, bringing the thighs and the knees close to the chest as you lift up. You could practice this a few times just to build your confidence. Then when you get that, you can lift the hips high using the hands at the back to support you. You could either extend the legs all the way up or hinge from the hips. Let the legs go overhead to find plow. Pausing for 5 breaths here. Slowly come out of your shoulder stand or your plow pose. And we'll take a counter pose. Extend the legs down to the mat. And place the hands under your bum. Shuffle the elbows under the back. And then puff up your chest. Tilt the head back. And we find Matsyendrasana, fish pose. Opening through the throat. and the front of the body. 5 breaths here. Slowly come out of your fish. Relax your arms by your side. If you're in constructive rest, extend the legs, separate them, and we'll settle in for Shavasana. Letting the body be still so that you can recuperate for this next few minutes. Deepen your breath and bring awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Hug your knees into your chest. And roll onto your side. Keeping the eyes closed, join me back in a seated position. Just finishing the practice the way we started it, with a moment of silence and stillness to reflect. Take a deep breath in and an audible sigh out. And flicker the eyes open. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. Take care, and I'll see you next time.